It's hard out here. And you talking about, oh, I'm not a man if I'm going 50-50 with my woman. It's hard, brother. You sitting up here, your nice house, your nice jewelry, nice cars. Oh yeah, man, you gotta do 100%. How? How, brother? If I'm making $14 an hour, what you expect? You know, you still on there. Oh yeah, man, 100%. You're not a man. You're not a man. How? I'm still working. I'm still providing, right? So what makes me not a man? Because I'm going 50-50 with my woman.
Manhood in the Black community has always been a challenge, so it's not uncommon to see an adult Black male not knowing what manhood is or look like. Since there is so many Black men podcasters who constantly remind us of the single mother epidemic, the high statistics of unmarried Black women, and how most Black children grow up in single parent homes, we know that most Black males grow up without fathers and without having righteous men teaching them about manhood. Manhood is taught, and in my opinion, can only be taught by a man. So when manhood teachings are absent from childhood development, you get what we see in the video.
And you talking about, oh, I'm not a man if I'm going 50-50 with my woman. It's hard, brother. You sitting up here, your nice house, your nice jewelry, nice cars. Oh yeah, man, you gotta do 100%. How? How, brother? If I'm making $14 an hour, what you expect? You know, you still on there. Oh yeah, man, 100%. You're not a man. You're not a man. How? I'm still working. I'm still providing, right? So what makes me not a man? Because I'm going 50-50 with my woman.
And brother, I applaud you, because I understand that it is hard out here, but we are men, so we have to go harder. I'm not saying or trying to speak down to you, my brother, by any means necessary. I'm not. But I want you to be reminded of something that our fathers didn't teach us, that we must go hard and that we shouldn't get into a relationship with a woman until we have direction.
But who are you to say that?
A person that cares, a person that loves you, a person that's been in your shoes and understands how it feels when we can't give our family what they truly deserve. We have to go hard. Now, give me one moment. I've been in your shoes. And when I was in your shoes, I stayed in my lane. I lived where I lived. My woman didn't work. She nurtured to the children till I got this. And I'm trying to give you the cheat code. Do what you need to do so you can feed your woman, and while she's nurturing the children, she can also nurture your dreams and your goals. Now you can be successful. Now you don't have to say, I'm working for $15. Now you can say, I got employees that I'm paying that's working for me for $15. I'm trying to elevate you, but men get so caught in their emotions and their pride, and the first thing you want to do is feel attacked. Get the wisdom.
This is coming from a rich man.
But right now you're acting triggered. But right now you're acting triggered.
But this is coming from a rich man.
How did I get here?
Yeah.
But how do I give you? And I'm giving you the steps. This is, if you put down your ego, if you put down your pride, brother, am I saying anything wrong? I'm saying men should be men.
But you saying we not men. You saying we not men.
Brother, any man that makes an excuse can't be a man completely. You can be a male. A man comes with responsibilities, and it's hard. To be a man, it's hard, brother. It's not easy. That's why the respect you want from your woman that you don't get, I get from mine.
My woman respect me.
Hold on.
My woman respect me.
You think she respects you?
My woman respect me.
You think she respects you?
Brother.
You think she has she ever raised her voice at you?
No.
Does she cook for you every night, brother?
Of course.
So she respects you. Cooks for you every night. Does she clean the house?
Of course.
She cleans the house, and you got her working 16 hours a day. That sounds like slavery.
No, it's not.
Brother, you got her cooking every night.
I don't have her doing anything. She does it because she wants to. We in the trenches together.
The trenches together?
That's what we in.
Brother, do you know anything about emotional abuse?
Explain it.
Emotional abuse is when you pour all your hurt and pain onto a woman, and just because you can't see her scars, you think it's okay. If I had a conversation with your woman, she'll probably start crying. They tired. They not built to go through what they're going through with you. She didn't choose you to struggle.
But again, who are you to say that?
Brother, a brother that loves you. And again, I'm trying to give you the cheat code. If you put yourself in a position, right? You work. If you have to get 2 jobs, you grind, allow your woman.
You get somebody who's standoffish, who appears to be unteachable, who is refusing to see things differently or from a different perspective, who is full of a lot of ego. The man in the video asked the question, how is he not a man if he goes 50-50 in a relationship with his woman? The answer to his question lies within the definition of what one may consider manhood.
What do you consider a man?
What do you mean?
What is a man to you?
A man that gets up, goes to work. A woman that gives his woman what he can, provides for his family what he can.
Okay. But that doesn't sound like a man. That sounds like a boy trapped in a man's body, because a man doesn't make excuses. We don't do what we can. We do what we want.
We can't talk about manhood without clearly drawing the line between traditional manhood and modern so-called manhood. Traditional manhood encompasses qualities such as courage, strength, provision, stability, self-control, protection, and providing for an entire household. Modern manhood encompasses qualities such as potential, providing what you can, being humble and content with the little that you have, and not competing with men for power, resources, or your own freedom. The concept of providing and financially taking care of a household is completely lost to many men. And in this video, I will explain why. Remember, the colonizer detached black men from manhood, and for a very long time, black men were treated like children. Because of those circumstances, historically, the majority of black men in the past and present have always had the help of black women to go 50-50 with them. Black women of yesterday and today have always been right by the black man's side, so much so that there is not a war or movement that black men have ever been a part of that did not have the help of black women. The 50-50 triangulation attachment that black women have with black men has caused many black men to have false assumptions about manhood.
Loves you, and majority of us men have never had fathers. And if we did have fathers, they weren't strong, brother. We've never seen our mothers love correctly. So we're repeating what we've seen. We've seen women go hard for so long. We believe it's in their nature to go hard. The queen should never be in the battlefield.
Black women have required the bare minimum from black men for so long that the bare minimum has become the standard. Things like accepting poverty because all they need is love, or dusty community penis because it's better to have any man than no man at all, or being understanding of the black man's plight with racism and inequality to the extent that the black woman ignores her own plight against the same things. Black women have been the biggest supporters of black men, believing in them, dying for them, and making compromises for them. The interesting thing with the requirement for understanding in regard to the black man's plight is that black women are the only group of women required to understand this. I personally have never seen a black man publicly require that a non-black woman or women that he is dating or married to or sexting be understanding to his plight that he has with racism and inequality. But when it comes to black women, we are to be understanding his plight with inequality and racism and prejudiceness. And so since we have to be understanding of that, that means we also have to be understanding that, the white man is keeping him down and he won't be able to make enough money to take care of his family and to take care of his woman. So, as long as you're understanding to that and understanding, like when you're in poverty and, you're in the hood, but you're still required to have sex with him on a regular basis. You're required to go out and work anywhere from 10 to 15, 16 hours a day, all the while also being understanding that when he comes home, he's the man of the house, even though you're likely putting in more hours than he is on his job. And when you get home, you're likely putting in more hours with the children, and you're also likely putting in more hours with cleaning the house. But of course, you have to be understanding to his plight and be accepting of that. And if we're not, so if a black woman is not understanding to that plight, they are going to be told that they are self-hating and not worthy of a black man. I find that to be very interesting, right? It's required of a black woman to be understanding of the black man's plight because, of course, she herself is black, right? But when it comes to black men who date out, you never hear them talk about how the white woman or Latino woman or Asian woman have to be, or it's a required for them to be understanding of the black man's plight. It's never a requirement. But with black women, it always is. And that's fine only if and when that goes both ways. Being understanding of the black male's plight should be just as equal to being understanding to black women and our plight with many of the same things. Racism, and inequality, and struggle, and everything else that comes with being black and being female. Okay, so that's the problem, but that's a whole nother story. Let me continue. In conclusion, males who do not earn enough to take care of themselves or their family feel powerless, defeated, and hopeless. This in turn will turn into anger and self sabotage, which many times will be taken out on those around them. That means the women and children and those in the community. This is why, many of the communities look the way that they look and are the way that they are. And that's a whole nother conversation. But when the male refuses to concern himself about the overall well-being of his woman and his children, so what will happen is he will become very resentful. He will resent the woman and the children that he bared with the woman, because after all, it is the woman and children's fault for why he has not been able to reach his potential, for why he doesn't have enough money, for why he has not reached the epitome of what he may believe is manhood. Oh, and we can't forget the white man. It also becomes the white man's fault for why he can't, move ahead in life, why he can't get a better job, why he can't start a business, why he can't. I mean, it just goes on and on. But that is what happens in reality with many men who do not earn enough to take care of a household. Everything becomes everybody else's fault because they have not been able to reach the full potential. He does not understand that being a man comes with responsibilities. Also, being a man and laying down with a woman and having children also comes with its own responsibilities. And it's unfortunate that he cannot make the connection with his physical strength. Anybody can look this up. The average male is physically stronger than the average female. There's a reason for that. That's not just something that just happened. There's a reason for that, right? He can't, in his mind, he cannot connect the dots with, okay, you have this physical strength. That means you can go harder. That means you're supposed to go harder. And, I think a lot of men also fail to realize that, there are certain things that are innate to men and that are also innate to women. And nurturing and patience is one of those things. And you'll find a lot of times when it comes to women, women have so much patience, especially for the things that they love. And when it comes to a family, that's very important with children. And, when the man nurtures a woman to the point where she has the patience, for those children. She has the patience for the things that may need done around the house. She has the patience for him, for him, for the marriage, for the marriage. Are you guys getting what I'm saying? Patience is I cannot explain how important that is just in life in general. But more so when you have a family, more so when you have children, and more so when you want this woman to have patience with you as a man. Or you want this woman to nurture you as a man. But he's not connecting the dots. Women, I have never, I've seen men with their children. I've seen married men. I have friends who are married. They've been married for years. And when they want to, go on vacation, get away and leave the kids with the husband, guess what the husband is doing? He's calling his sister, he's calling his grandmother, and he's calling his mother. Or his sister or somebody. He's calling a woman in his life to help him with those children, right? Because there is no way he can go to work a hard, stressful day, come home and, pick up little Charlie from baseball practice and pick up little Sarah from, ballet practice, and then bring them home and then cook for them. And then, they're playing and they're messing up the house he can't fathom doing all of that on his own for days at a time. I see it all the time. And when we're out, they're getting phone calls. I mean, it's constant. And, there's actually videos about this on TikTok, making fun of that. Because again, women, we are innately patient. Of course, you have women who reach their limit. We all have a limit. But when that is nurtured, guess what? That can also be nurtured, not just for the children, but for the man. And that's what Yada was trying to explain to him. But he just could not connect the dots because it was all about him. And all I heard, you guys got to go back and watch the whole video, but it was all about him. Me, 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 me. I. He could not fathom that by pouring into his woman, he's pouring into those children, and he's also pouring into himself. Because then that woman can be released from all the stresses that she may have outside of the home, and she can focus in on nurturing him and those children, the patience and everything that goes with that. He could not comprehend it. He's never seen it. He's never experienced it. And that's why. And so, ladies, I would encourage you, if you are with someone who is more concerned about them than they are about you and the they have with them, that may be a red flag. That may be a red flag. All right. However, I would say you might want to look into that. So that's all I have for this video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. I hope, you were able to think about different things from a different perspective. I do want to know you guys' what your thoughts are about going 50-50, what your thoughts are about this video. Go ahead and put it down in the comments. And then also don't forget to like the video. And if you're new, go ahead and subscribe. Thank you guys for tuning in. Bye.